Alright, now we're going to the very important part. Um, this is shooting and the follow through. So, after you got into position, after the last video, all you want to do is pretty much elevate, which means use your lower body to jump or push off uh, either forward or straight up. Don't fade away. And I want to show you a very important step right here is how you finish with your hands. Now, even when I was younger, and I consider myself an okay shooter, or a pretty good shooter, but it wasn't until later where I found myself to be, to majorly improve my shot, is when I really stressed the finishing of my hands and what the finishing of my hands should look like. Now, when you're drilling, whenever you're practicing, you have to get in your head because you don't have it as a habit yet. So you have to finish like this after every single shot you take. That's when they talk about follow through or the flick of the wrist or anything like that. It's all important. If you watch all the NBA players, that's why they leave their hands up, and it's not to stress the completed action of the jump shot. So my friend will first demonstrate his, and I'll do mine. So I want to show his hands. So when he goes, he shoots, and his right wrist snaps down. Now, I don't want to go, oh, I should go into detail with this. What a lot of, Kobe Bryant talked about this, and a lot of players talk about the feeling they get when they're shooting in their right hand, is they get the feeling that their index finger is snapping down, almost like it's like the index finger is leading the rest of the fingers. That might be a little too much of an advanced detail this early, I think, but it's something to keep in mind. But for right now, and plus the index finger allows you to like aim it more, and allows you also to get more rotation. And before we start, I can't believe I forgot to mention this, but just like passing, I don't think this needs to be said, but just to say it anyways, your shot needs to have backspin on it, just in case there's any sort of confusion and you've never even heard of basketball or sports in your life. So we'll play this again in slow motion for you. Watch how he snaps down his wrist, his right wrist. We'll watch the right wrist first. So he's elevating. That is what you want. That is the picture that you want whenever you shoot the ball. Not his goofy looking face, but his hands. His hands actually are in a good place. So, whatever you have to do to cement this image, I guess, in your mind, or just make it like a permanent sketch in your head somehow. Do whatever you need to do, but this is what it needs to look like after you shoot the ball and after you release it. Your right wrist snaps down, and people have said in the past it's like your left hand is slicing through the air like a tomahawk. If you don't know what a tomahawk is, it's like an axe. So it's like an axe slicing through the air and placed right next to your right hand, and your right wrist is snapping down. I cannot emphasize how important this is, especially at the beginning, when you're trying to learn to shoot, is to finish like this every single time. This is why they call it like follow through. This is the follow through. A lot of guys, and I'm going to bring up this argument because even my father was like, wow, I don't even know what I think. Like he's considered a very, very, very good shooter. He's like, I don't even know what my hands do when I shoot. I don't know. I just throw it up there. I just toss it up. I don't think about it. But in slow motion, he doesn't notice it. But this is what his hands look like for a split second. So, again, if you don't believe me, and you're saying, well, why do my hands look like that? Watch any NBA player or any shooter on this planet that can really shoot, and their hands will look like this. So I'll play it one more time. I just had to make that known. So if you keep shooting poorly, or you're like, what's wrong with my form? make sure in the mirror you look like this every single time. Right arm extended, wrist is down, left hand slicing like a tomahawk. So I'll play it again and just let it run this time. Alright, he's got pretty good form with that. I'm going to show my form here in a second as well, but I'll just play it in fast motion for you. And when you're first practicing, leave it up there. So notice how he left it up there? A lot of kids are too quick to drop their hands immediately afterwards. He leaves it up there and then drops his hands, just to emphasize the completion of his follow through. Oh, his hands out of the camera. Sorry about that. Oh, I just zoomed out a little bit to show you. Another good form. That's generally how you want it to look like. Yeah. Notice this hop, what he does when that's him bending his lower body. So let me play that in slow motion for you. 40 seconds. So notice how he goes down. When he's going down like that, he's using his legs. So sometimes you hear coaches like, shoot with your legs, shoot with your legs. It means you're not driving up with your legs and getting a solid base and foundation under you to elevate and push you off the ground. Some people get lazy and they or their legs or get tired, they forget to shoot with their legs, or just too tired to shoot with their legs, and they leave everything short. But this stresses good form, so he goes down, gets into his solid position with his left elbow, right elbow in, good hand position, and he pushes, snaps his right wrist down, and left wrist like a tomahawk. Again, I don't have left-handed shooter on me, but if you're left-handed, it's the exact opposite. Your left hand would snap down, your right hand tomahawk, but you get the drift. So whoops, oh goodness, that's a oof, ugly looking face. Alright, so pretty much that was a follow through. The next video I'll show mine. Yay, alright, this is me now. We watched my friend do it. He provides some good examples now. I just want to show you me doing it. So at the beginning, I'm just showing you an example of where you want to finish. Let's do it in slow motion. Alright, now let's watch me take a few shots. Again, just showing you how my form looks. I set up in my triple threat position. I bend so I can get some elevation. I put it where I feel comfortable, and I shoot. And I get to my proper position. That's the position you want. I know I went on a whole spiel on this last video about my friend and telling you how you need to keep this form, this follow through, complete follow through in your head. But you need to keep this complete follow through in your head. So I'm showing you again, that's what it needs to look like. And that's what you need to hold. And I'm exaggerating holding it there so you just don't throw your hands down. Again, I don't think there's really much to show slow motion right now. It's pretty much the same thing that we're doing. Just trying to show you get through the whole follow through. Watch how I dip down again. It's another small detail that I pointed out in the last video. But I use my legs. I go down so I can elevate and push my legs into the ball. And I finish properly. I snap my right wrist down. And I'm saying something. Oh, here's what I was trying to say. So, I don't know why if I'm off to the angle. I'm sorry. What I'm saying is there's a bad habit of what kids do. And if you notice, let's rewind. There's a bad habit what a lot of kids do. Watch my arm. My right arm is going straight at the basket. I'm going to say this again. My right arm is going straight at the basket. Now to move on, we're going to go back one more time. My right arm is going straight at the basket. Now as you shoot later, you're like, well, it's not going straight at the basket. Yes, but I'm about to show you what a lot of you guys do out there, and which prevent yourselves from being effective, good shooters. And this is what you guys, I think this is where I demonstrate it, is you go to shoot, and you throw it across your body like that. That right arm, right here, is not going straight at the basket. It's being thrown across your body, and you turn your shoulders, and goodness gracious, it looks funky, on all accounts. So let's watch in slow motion on how funky some of you guys look when you shoot your shots. Come on. All right, here we go. So you guys are like, what? You don't know, and the thing is, I gotta repeat this, but you don't even notice that you're doing it. So watch yourself in the mirror, have someone record it, but that is exactly what you're doing, is you're throwing it across your body. So do not do this. Is you're getting it, and what I say earlier, your hands and your arm needs to be going, and your fingers need to be going straight towards the basket. And what you guys do is throw it across your body like this. That is wrong. Do not do that. That is so stupid looking. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just you just don't know. And it feels better because you feel like you don't have the strength to put it up there without throwing it across like that. But a lot of times is because you have your feet switched up, and you feel like you have to throw it. Just get a feeling of throwing it across your body just makes it feel better. You're getting more on it. But I promise you, get in the habit as a young kid or anyone practicing it, is to go straight at the basket. So don't do that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't do that. I think I do it again just to show you guys what some of you guys do. So, and a good drill to prevent this, a lot of guys do it, but as long as you have your hands in the right spot, it shouldn't matter. But you just take it in one hand, and you just hold it like you're holding a pizza box. Take your left hand off the ball, just keep your right hand on it, and shoot just with one hand. A lot of guys just shoot with one hand to emphasize going straight at the basket. Oh, I think I do it again. So once again, do not do this. A lot of kids have a bad habit of doing that. And then a lot of adults who don't fix it later get into a bad habit of doing that. Yeah, so that's just me showing, just establishing my point. That's what a lot of you guys are doing. So I'm telling you, don't do that. I think I do one more example of you guys doing it. Again, I know I keep repeating myself a lot, but I have to, because even after this video, someone will still go out there and throw it across their body. So don't do this. Alright, that's the last example I'll do. So we'll show some stuff in fast motion now. So that's what you want it to look like. Just like this. So we'll get to 118. So this should be a good example. I'm lined up correctly. Again, I like to hold my left elbow up a little bit. And notice again, remember when I talked about passes earlier, is the lines. It's easy to shoot like that, to line them up like that. And as you catch it and get a feel for the ball, you'll be able to, and in your dribbling, you'll get a feel for bringing it up like that. It's not something you'll consciously think about. So, once again, bam. This is what you want to look like, and you want to finish it. Right there. And I exaggerate it to make sure all the points are hit, and it looks good. Now, I don't think there's really any more need to play in slow motion, so I'm just going to let it play out for you because you know what it looks like from two examples. Right here, I'm just tossing it in front of me. That's another good drill. Instead of actually shooting it, just toss it in front of you. I used to have a coach where he said he was a good shooter, three-shooter. He'd just do that for hours. He wouldn't actually, just if there was no basket around, he would just shoot straight up in the air over and over again. I mean, a lot of people also tell you to lay down and shoot like that too. But you just have to get to that form. As long as you can repeat that form over and over and over and over and over again, you'll never stray away from your form. So again, I don't think it's necessary to play anything in slow motion. You just have to watch it, study it, and make sure you do it consistently. Again, I'm just going to let it play out for right now. Yeah, so my friend's going to take some shots from far away just to show you what it looks like. Yeah, not much to say here. Just keep watching and just see what the form looks like. So again, what we covered was feet, bringing the ball up. And again, just to point out, it's very rhythmic. Shooting a basketball is a very rhythmic thing. So even if you watch here, watch as he dips down and goes into his shot and brings it up, sets it into place. And you're just putting it all together. You're putting all together of your feet, using your legs to get under you to shoot. And then I'm going to do some examples. So watch my feet, my legs, and my finish with my hands. And I leave it up there to make a habit out of it. Again, there's going to be preferences on different shots, but ooh, that was bounced off the rim too far. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. remember all the points that I covered and study it.